Okay, now we're on to graphing horizontal and vertical lines. Some key terms. What is a horizontal line? A horizontal line is a line that goes side to side, left to right. Okay, a vertical line is a line that's up and down, straight up, straight down. Okay, coordinate plane, again, coordinate plane is this thing right here, okay, with the x and y axis. Um, we have x coordinates, okay, y coordinate. What those are is if we have a point, it has an x coordinate. Whoops, that's the right number here. 1, 2, 3 has a x coordinate and a y coordinate. Okay, and that is what we call an ordered pair right there. All right. Domain and range, we're not going to get too much into detail with domain. Domain is technically your x values, okay, all your x values for your line or whatever you have. The range is all the possible y values, okay, so how far left and right you go, how far up and down you go. Okay, let's, in this section we're going to be graphing just y equals or x equals and what those lines look like, okay, when there's no other variable. So y equals 4. How do we graph that? Well, y equals 4 is not just a point, it's a line. So I'm going to graph this line y equals 4. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 4 on the y-axis, which is right here, and I'm going to draw a horizontal line. Alright, that's the graph of y equals 4. What that says is no matter what x is, y equals 4. Okay, or whatever y equals. Alright, if I look at this point, any point on this line, let's say right here, this point is 6 comma 4. Alright, if I look at this point, it's 2 comma 4. If I look at this point, it's negative 3 comma 4. Okay, if you notice, all the y coordinates are 4. So no matter what x is, x could be anything, any number, y is going to equal 4. And that's the graph of, that's how we graph y equals when there's no x. Okay, I'm going to draw a dotted line for y equals negative 3. So we're going to go to negative 3 on the y-axis again and draw a line, a horizontal line. Okay, that's the graph of y equals negative 3. Okay, and if I were to come up with a table of values for y equals negative 3, it would be any number for x, and then y would equal negative 3. No matter what x equals, y equals negative 3. Okay, and the last one, y equals 0, is pretty interesting because it's actually right here, y equals 0, and it's a horizontal line. So we say that y equals 0 is the x-axis. Okay, and again, no matter what x equals, y equals 0. Alright? Alright? Well, with x equals, and there's no y, if y equals is a horizontal line, x equals is a vertical line. Okay, and again, this is no matter what y is, x equals whatever. Okay, and in this case, in the first case, it's x equals 8. Okay? So we go to 8 on the x-axis, and we're going to draw a vertical line. Alright, and if you notice these points, this point right here is 8 comma 3. This point right here is 8 comma negative 7. Alright, so no matter what y is, x equals 8. Alright, x equals negative 2, so we'll go to negative 2 on the x-axis, and we're going to draw a vertical line. I'm going to draw this one dotted just to distinguish between the two lines. Okay, and if we had to come up with points for x equals negative 2, or table of values, whatever you want to do, we did table of values for y, we just come up with points for x equals negative 2. We have negative 2, 7, negative 2, 8, negative 2, negative 10. Okay, so those are some points for x equals negative 2. Alright, and then the last one, x equals 0. Again, we go to the origin, and we're going to draw a vertical line. Alright, so when y equals 0, that was the x-axis. When x equals 0, that's the y-axis. Alright, just a quick review. When we have x equals, it's a vertical line at that point. So x equals 3 is here. Y equals negative 10. Alright, so we go to the y-axis at negative 10, and we draw a horizontal line. So this is x equals 3, y equals negative 10, and then y equals 1/2. Alright, so we go to 1/2 on the y-axis, which is about right here, and we draw a horizontal line. Okay. Alright, try a couple on your own on page 219.